everybody. I'm Ergo. I'm a 70-year-old gamer. I've been playing D&D since it was called Chainmail back in 1972. I'm a published author in the technology and fiction area, and I did some writing for Chaosium on the Pendragon RPG game. And I've spent a lot of years writing different adventures, modules, homebrew for my own use. And when ChatGPT came out, I started messing around with that, seeing if it could make my life a little easier. And I think it has. So I thought I'd show you some things that I do in ChatGPT that might make your life a little easier too. So I've got a clean session here in ChatGPT, and I'm going to ask it to list 10 ideas for a D&D adventure one-shot for 20th level characters. Excuse me. Include a name and a synopsis. So here it goes, and it'll create the ideas. And we can go through this and see if there's anything we like. If there's not, we can always say, hey, give us another 10, and it'll give us another 10. But let's see, let's read through some of these and see what ideas it's come up with. All right, the Infinite Spiral. The Infinite Spiral is a dungeon of impossible geometry, appears every 1,000 years to test the worthiest of heroes. Each level warps reality and presents challenges tailored to the party's darkest fears. At the core lies the Spiral Nexus, a device said to rewrite the fate of the multiverse. A forgotten titan slumbers beneath the city, awakening to destroy everything. The party is hired to descend into the earth to confront the ancient being, but they discover the titan has a tragic history tied to the gods themselves. So it's given us some good ideas. We can take one of those and run. We can say, give me another, let's just say 5. So here's a war in the outer plains. The Underdark, a forgotten god stirs. So it'll have lots of ideas. I had an idea, and so I wanted to see what ChatGPT came up with for a one-shot. So I did this. Write a D&D adventure for 20th level characters to destroy a Lich King in his tomb. So it's given me an overview, adventure hooks. So let's go up here while it's generating. So it even gave it a name. A powerful Lich King has long slumbered in his tomb, bound by an ancient ward. Recently, his coat of necromasters, the Ebon Choir, has broken the wards, and Thalazar now seeks to ascend into a god of undeath. Ascend into his ancient tomb, overcome deadly trap, face his undead army, and destroy the phylactery hidden within his sanctum before he can complete his apotheosis. So here's some nice adventure hooks. And these are the areas of the tomb. The Tomb of Eternal Night. Here's an encounter breakdown, the Hall of Choirs, the underlying armory. All right, so that's a pretty short version of what I was looking for. So I'm going to try to break the tomb down into 3 sections with at least 5. So break the tomb down into 3 sections with at least 5 rooms each. It certainly types much faster than I do. Okay, this shadowed approach is the first one. I'm just copying this into my pre-saved clips I was going to use. Okay, the Sanctum of the Evan Choir. Put that in there. And the third one is a phylactery vault. Got to get it to stop moving. All right, so those are set up. So now if we go back up here, okay, so the shadowed approach. This level has the outer defenses of the tomb filled with traps, puzzles, and minor undead to test the party. So room 1, the Ascendium Gate. Room 2, the Hall of Whispers. Solve a rune puzzle or trigger a trap. So it's given me some ideas for each of the rooms. Now I'm going to say let us create the encounters. And it will start. Okay, the Obsidian Gate, a massive black door covered in glowing necrotic runes blocks the way. The chamber is silent except for a faint humming sound coming from the runes. The door is magically sealed and requires a skill challenge to open. So it gives you the DC, gives you that, give you all it. Failing these 3 checks, the runes causes the runes to unleash necromantic energy, dealing 6d10 to all creatures within 30 feet. And it summons 3 wraiths and 3 shadows. So, all right, that's pretty good. So you got to do all three of these. Interesting question that comes up in my mind. Doesn't say one person has to do it. Of course, that's up to you as the DM. So I would let each member of the party who is the best at what they do, first of all, figure out what they would have to do to okay, maybe it's just one person. Okay, because in Arcana, you can dispel or disrupt the runes. Religion, recognize the name inscribed on the runes as his defeated enemies. That wouldn't open it. But it says here, failing 3 checks causes the runes to unleash. So yeah, you have to do all 3. All right, here's a long corridor. Wisdom stave, failure causes the creature to become frightened for 1 minute. Destroying a mirror releases a shadow. As the party progresses, their reflections step out of the mirrors as shadowy duplicates. All right, so that's all of that. I can say, now sometimes it's going to make up new monsters too. So let's get detailed stat blocks for all the monsters. Now some of these are going to come from the monster manual and other books, so you don't really have to worry about those. But I have seen it create new and really scary monsters. But I'd look through these to see if it's modifying any of them. And one of the cool things about forcing yourself to look through the stat blocks and see is you can add your own custom changes so that your party, who's probably fought thousands of wraiths, gets a surprise here and there. Okay, a deathlock. That sounds like a new one to me. So now we can go through and see. There was a lot of monsters in that first one. So I don't know if you can see, but this would save me a lot of time. When it's all done, I copy and paste it into a Word document so I can have it all together, reorder it, separate it the way I want. Okay, see there, so there's the new swarms of undead hands. And it always asks you if you want to do that. So it gave us at least one new monsters here. And now we do the same thing for the next area. So it's pretty good about where it's getting the monsters from, whether it's making them up or it's taking it from the monster manual. still seems slow, even though it types a whole lot faster than me. Oh, so there's some woot. All right, and we can say, give me the stat blocks for new monsters. Now I play on Roll20, so it's really easy to copy and paste this into handouts and stuff on Roll20 and set the dungeon up. You can even have it draw a map, which I'll do at the end of it. So there it goes. Which was this for? That's the Sanctum of the Ebon Choir. And so we have the Phylactery Vault. So I don't know how far. We're 17 and a half minutes into this video. And we've almost got an entire one-shot fleshed out. I, of course, are going to spend an hour reading through it, making any changes I want to make once I get it into a Word document. And I'm also going to ask it for some other things along the way. Ten whites and 5 mummies. Yes, I would. So this will be the nasty. I even like the way it does the table. Okay, so special tactics, rejuvenation. Paralyzing touch. He's a 20th level spellcaster. DC 21 plus 13 to hit. There's all his... 3 legendary actions. Resistance to all damages. All right. And give me, here's one of the helper things I like to do. So now I've got these. I can put a handout for each of these with their pictures on it to show the players, and gives me the text to read. I can say, give me a detailed description of all rooms in this session. And I say this session because you see, it'll usually only refer to the last thing that you put in. So this may only be the last. Yeah, so I might have to do it section by section. So let me copy that again. Give me a description of all the rooms in copy that. So as you can see, it will give you everything that you need to know. In fact, one of the things you can do is you can leave ChatGPT open while you're DMing, and if your characters say go to a cavern, you can say give me and this is why I put everything into where I can copy and paste it. And it'll give you a really lengthy description, which may be great for background, but you don't really want to read this whole thing to the party. So you can say strict to see, I would keep this whole description, you know, if I was doing a homebrew world in my homebrew notes, but I don't want to read that much to the players. So now I told it to keep it to one paragraph, and it will update the paragraph or update the text so you get the one paragraph. So you can get some really neat help while you're running a game. I keep a list of, let's see here. Here's the list I had for this, of prompts I had for this session here. And I keep one that has a bunch of fairly generic ones, like for the tavern and stuff, that I can copy and paste in really quickly to get an idea. So, and you can get as complex or as simple as you want. For instance, create a small village with 20 buildings. Name the buildings and their occupants. So there you go. So now you have a whole town here. And then let's just real quick, what did we call this adventure? And we'll get all the way back down to the bottom here and say, now it's not the greatest. Oh, okay, I used it all last night. So I'll show you what I generated last night. This is the free account on ChatGPT. So here's the Lich King's Tomb adventure that I generated last night. And by the way, Plus is $20 a month if you want it. Come on, where's the maps? Where's the maps? Where's the maps? There we go. So this was the first map it generated, and of course it was cut off. So I cut it off, and it did it again, but it cut it off at the bottom and the top. So then it gave me this one, which gave me a pretty good overview. Now I used Dungeon Alchemist to build my maps and dynamic lighting. And so I need to transfer this into Dungeon Alchemist once I've figured it all out. But it does a pretty good job. All right, I hope that helped you. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. Please give us a subscribe and a like. It helps the channel, and it's absolutely free. And I will see you on the flip side the next time we have a idea on what to teach you. Have a great day wherever you are, happy Thanksgiving this week, and Merry Christmas coming up. And may your dice always roll criticals.